Hi, greetings from jolly old England. I just want to say hello to all the students, parents, teachers, and administrators. And I hope you guys have had a great summer. I'm in an easy transition into university, college, or whatever you've chosen to do with yourselves. I'm having a great time in England at my 15th century castle, and it has a moat. But I just wanted to take a minute to acknowledge all of the wonderful people that helped me to get where I am. So Lakeshore was my home for 2 years, and while it wasn't always easy, I managed to make it out of high school alive. Not only alive, but a bit successful. So some big thank yous are in order. First off, some of you may remember my wonderful stint as yearbook editor last year for putting up with all of my craziness and helping me to learn to be a little bit more easygoing in the face of stress. I really need to thank Mr. Helmuth. 2008 would not have been the same without him and his never-ending encouragement and support. Next, I need to thank the secretarial staff, pretty much for yearbook related things as well. So thanks for your calm and welcoming personalities and for putting up with my constant harassment. It always made my day just a little bit brighter to see your smiling faces on those horrible early mornings, Monday mornings. And probably the defining moment of my 2008 year was the German exchange. It forever changed my life and I'll remember it always. I could never have made the decision to study here in Europe for a year without first having visited it. And for that, I need to thank Miss Butcher and Mrs. Janice for their hard work in organizing it and making it run so smoothly. And most of all, I need to thank Mr. Netzel because it would just not have been the same without him. His encyclopedic knowledge and his subtle and dry sense of humor and all those communist jokes really made the trip so wonderful. And while this learning experience and sophisticated political humor wasn't always appreciated by all the participants, it helped to truly define my 2008 year. Lakeshore really won't be the same without him. Next, I need to thank Mrs. Austin for all of her help with all my scholarship applications and general advice. I appreciated her help so much in that busy and stressful time of year. And I'd also like to thank Mrs. Walker from the bottom of my heart. She was my very first impression of Lakeshore, and she set a precedent in first impressions that was really hard to beat. She's one of the sweetest and most genuine people I've ever met, and her door was always open to me, and I would not have made it through Lakeshore without her, without all of her support. Her unfailingly positive attitude and excitement was contagious, and Lakeshore is so lucky to have her. I couldn't have asked for a more welcoming, kind, and generous guidance counselor. Lastly, I need to thank two teachers who were probably the biggest help and inspiration to me at Lakeshore. First off, Mr. Kochi, just alone for bringing Model UN to Lakeshore, which changed my career path, but also for pushing me to do my best, and of course putting up with my crazy tyrant-like yearbook moods. He had the unfortunate experience of running a cyber arts class during yearbook crunch time, but he really helped to prepare me academically, but also gave me the chance to explore my interests outside of the classroom. And last of all, tremendous thanks are owed to Mr. Menzel. My time at Lakeshore could never have been the same without him. He inspired me to take academic challenges in his class and pushed me to do the very best at every single one of my endeavors. His classes were my biggest challenge at LCI, and while I may have complained of stress at the time, I now appreciate every aspect of my classes with him. I'm extremely well prepared for university and the transition went really, really well. His passion, as well as Mr. Kochi's, for history and for current issues was so contagious, and his vast knowledge and intriguing lectures sparked my curiosity and thirst for knowledge, and it's part of the reason why I'm here studying history at a castle today. So my Lakeshore 2008 experience was defined by helpful, supportive, and inspirational teachers and staff that I just could not have found anywhere else, and for that I am forever grateful. Good luck, grads, with whatever you pursue, and I'm off to have tea with the Queen. Ta-ta!